Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Do you remember the time when Nokia was the undisputed leader of the mobile phone industry? At its peak, Nokia had a massive 40% global market share. It was everywhere, and pretty much everyone had a Nokia phone. But, when the iPhone was released in 2007, Nokia laughed it off, thinking it would never succeed. Fast forward a few years, and Nokia was no longer the dominant force in the market. So, what happened? In today's video, we're going to explore the rise and fall of Nokia, a company that once ruled the mobile world and then disappeared almost overnight. Let's start with a look at Nokia's golden age. Back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia wasn't just a phone brand, it was a global symbol of reliability and innovation. Peak market share. At its peak, Nokia controlled 40% of the global mobile phone market, and in some regions, that number was even higher. Nearly everyone had a Nokia phone. From basic feature phones to the first smartphones, Nokia dominated every category. Why Nokia was so successful? Design and durability. Nokia phones were simple to use, incredibly durable, and had long battery life, making them the go-to choice for millions. Wide range of products. Whether you were looking for a budget phone or a slightly fancier one with basic features, Nokia had you covered. Brand loyalty. People loved their Nokias, and the brand had unbeatable recognition across the globe. Now, let's talk about the critical moment that led to Nokia's downfall, the smartphone revolution. The smartphone era emerges. In 2007, Apple released the iPhone, and it completely changed the game. Unlike anything that had come before, the iPhone was a touchscreen-only device with a revolutionary user interface. But Nokia didn't see it coming. The mistake. At the time, Nokia was still focused on physical keypads and hardware innovation, while the iPhone's software and touchscreen interface were blowing people away. Symbian versus iOS. Nokia stuck with Symbian, its operating system, which was widely considered outdated by the time the iPhone was launched. Meanwhile, Apple's iOS was a game-changer. Missed opportunity. Apple's App Store opened up a new era for smartphones by giving users access to thousands of apps. Nokia was slow to recognize that the future of mobile devices wasn't just about hardware, it was about software and user experience. So, why didn't Nokia change its strategy sooner? Well, Nokia's leadership was overconfident. They laughed at the iPhone and thought the touchscreen smartphone wouldn't succeed. They believed their physical keyboard phones were superior. Dismissive of the iPhone, Nokia executives thought the iPhone was just a fancy, overpriced gadget. They believed people would never pay so much for a phone with no physical keyboard. Sticking to Symbian, even as the iPhone gained massive traction, Nokia stuck with Symbian, which was becoming increasingly irrelevant. By the time they realized the market was shifting, it was too late. Overestimating consumer loyalty, Nokia believed their brand loyalty would carry them through. Unfortunately, consumers quickly moved to iOS and Android, and Nokia's once dominant position eroded. As iPhone and Android began to dominate, Nokia's market share started to collapse. Within just a few years, Nokia went from controlling 40% of the global market to just a small fraction of that. The decline. By 2011, Nokia's market share had fallen to about 20%, and the company was struggling to maintain its relevance. Despite multiple attempts to pivot, Nokia failed to catch up with the changes in the market. Partnership with Microsoft. In an attempt to rebound, Nokia struck a deal with Microsoft and switched to the Windows Phone operating system in 2011. However, this move didn't work out. Windows Phone failed to attract enough users to compete with iOS and Android, and Nokia's decline continued. Brand damage. By this point, Nokia's reputation had taken a massive hit. The company was seen as out of touch and unable to innovate fast enough to keep up with the competition. The story of Nokia's downfall offers several key lessons. Innovation is crucial. No matter how dominant a company is, it must keep innovating. If you fail to adapt to new technology, you risk losing everything. Underestimating competitors. Nokia underestimated Apple's ability to disrupt the market. Apple wasn't just making a phone, it was creating an entirely new experience. Adapt quickly. When a new trend emerges, companies need to pivot fast. In Nokia's case, the company took too long to recognize the significance of the iPhone and didn't act quickly enough to shift its business model. So, Nokia went from being the top player in the mobile phone market to losing everything in a matter of years. But could they have avoided this fate? Could Nokia have reinvented itself and stayed relevant in the smartphone world? What do you think? Could Nokia have adapted sooner, or was it doomed by its own mistakes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content about the rise and fall of tech giants. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.